I got some real strange trail cam videos I want to share with you. I work part time as a ranch hand out in a big ranch. That we have cattle out there, sheep, and we farm. We have beans, corn, soybeans, and wheat, things like that. So it's a pretty big place, and we have a lot of areas where uh, the owner likes to hunt. So we have these feeders out here that kick out corn, so we usually put the trail cams near the feeders because we like to track and see what comes in and out. Also catch poachers, but uh, as you can see, this trail cam is pretty good quality. And here we caught a pig coming in, and he shouldn't be around here, but he is anyway. But just want to show you the quality and clarity of the cameras we use. And as we go along through here, I'll show you some anomalies that I found. Nothing too like this is obviously a wasp or some insect on the camera. So I know these are not strange or crazy things. They're pretty common, but we do keep these camera lenses clean all the time. We don't really, we take care of them. We replace the batteries often. They send us signals whenever something comes across the field of view. For example, like this is an anomaly we have coming through here. It's like a looks like an orb or a tic tac or something. This could be an elemental or whatever. I have to say there is an old cemetery that's no longer used. That's pretty close to the property, and it's been there for over 100 years. And there's also an old county road that is no longer in use. It's the two small bridges that are on there are dilapidated and crumbling. So there's some history to this area back here. And so some of the things, I'm not going to have any paranormal people come out because it'll just create too much havoc. And it's a working ranch, so we don't want the people to come out and bother us. But I just want to share with you some of the crazy things that we see out there, and they happen quite often. This you'll see. And you can look up elementals on your own, but here's a like a spirit or something that was cruising through, and the actual camera picked it up as motion, and it's not it does look like a physical item. It looks like more of a spirit, ghosty, wispy cloud, but it sure picked it up. So it must have had some something to it. And once in a while, we'll get a strange mist or a fog rolls through here, and it's just strange. It's localized. It's not over the whole area. It's like in one area. And you can see there's a deer over here, and this tree has something glowing on it. And this area back here is real strange. Anyway, I don't like going back here. I call it the dead end because it's the edge. It's the edge of the ranch, and beyond that's nothing but just forest and trees, and it's uninhabited back there. There's no neighbors close by. And I was sitting out there one time in this deer stand, just looking at see what was going on. It was in the evening, and these deer came in. I was kind of watching. It was kind of cool. And all of a sudden, I heard somebody banging on a pot and pan back there. And I thought, there's nobody supposed to be around here. And then I heard some disembodied voices and laughter after that. That really freaked me out. And what was interesting is the landowner's wife was about a quarter mile from me in a deer stand. She was doing the same thing, just kind of observing what was going on. And so she heard it too. And it got dark quick. And I could not wait to get out of that deer stand and back to civilization. I don't like going back there. It's just too freaky. And luckily I'm always have protection with me, so I'm not really afraid of anybody coming at me. But the things that I don't want to get involved with are spirits and ghosts. Again, here's another like a shooting orb or a tic tac, whatever. I don't know what this is. An elemental, yeah. And those are like spirits that come out of the ground. And you keep in mind, this is Native Americans used to be around here too in the past. And I don't know. I just, and we also get orbs like this one here. And we see these, I see these quite often on the cameras. I don't really recall seeing those in person out there, but we see them on the cameras quite a bit. And I just kind of respect the land and the property, and I don't really mess around too much. This one is really bizarre. It's like a red splotch, and I can't. It's a red, like a dark red mist, uh, small. I don't know what that is, and it just baffles me, and I have no explanation for that. Never seen it before in my life. This was kind of an anomaly. This one here is kind of a strange picture. At first, I didn't really see anything wrong. There's no animals around. Then all of a sudden, there's like a little figure behind this tree, and there's like a leg, and there you see an arm and a head, and I have no clue what that is, and it's the only thing I could figure out that triggered the alarm there. And I'm just like, oh, okay, more crazy stuff, and just no one else could figure it out either. We kind of looked at that and kind of shook our heads and shrugged our shoulders. Said, okay, we're moving on from that. Here's a coyote that went by, and again, here's a little another anomaly. Looks a like a tic tac shooting or something. I don't know, but these aren't insects because insects don't show up that well on these things. It couldn't be a bird. But this is another one. This kind of happened during the day. You can see it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. These little streaks came down. I have no idea what those are. It wasn't raining because you see there's shadow, and this is during the day, and I got nothing for that. That was bizarre. Those streaks, and these cameras are fairly new, so there shouldn't be anything on the lens. There's no anomalies on the sensors in them, and the batteries are all charged up. And again, here's a orb going in this one area. This one area is kind of notorious for it. I know exactly where this is, and this deer doesn't seem to be bothered by it. But this is pretty orb friendly over here. This one area, and it's near a body of water. Again, same area. It looks like another tic tac type shaped thing going across. And if you guys know what these might be, leave a comment for me, and I'll share it with the people I work with out there and the owners. And we can't figure it out. I just kind of look at them and go, okay, I don't know. Again, here's another one. This one looks like the deer sees it, and it looks like it's moving up and down this way. And there's like an orb there, but the deer actually seems like she saw it and it moved away from her. There's a raccoon over here. Um, just a real bizarre anomaly. Again, these are the quality of our cameras are pretty good, and just wanted to show you that they take really pretty good pictures. Um, okay, we can move on now. Here's a bobcat going across this one area of the field, and you can see it looks like this little shadow kind of popping through here, or like a ghost or a wisp or something going from right to left. And we see those often out there and on the cameras. And again, here's another misty area or a foggy, misty thing, and it could be a ghost trying to materialize or something, but it just really strange. And I don't have any paranormal devices or anything to check that. I'm not going to buy any. I've seen enough of this stuff. I don't want to deal into it. Again, here's that same feeder, same camera, but there's some sort of mist or something moved in front of this, and it distorted the view of the camera. There's a camera. There's a raccoon trying to eat our corn. And here's a couple of other orbs that just went across the field of view. There was actually three pictures. I don't know if I have them all, but it starts about here and they go up that way, and you can see the time lapse of them moving. It's kind of interesting. Um, they don't seem to be there's a raccoon down here. They don't seem to bother the wildlife. They either are used to them, or they just don't get spooked by them, or they can't see them. Maybe they can, because these are infrared cameras here, so maybe the infrared picks them up. And again, here's another anomaly. Here's this misty plasmoid looking stuff. This I have no clue. It's not a bird. This is almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Birds don't fly around, and I have no clue what this is. It's not an insect. It's something that triggered the camera. No idea. Again, here's a deer, two orbs here, and you can see another orb. There's a couple orbs in here. They trigger the cameras quite often. It's a reflectivity of the orbs by the infrared. And if you're going to look for UFOs, things like that, you really should be using an infrared camera. That's what usually picks these up. This is probably a coyote over here, and there's a orb over here triggered it. And I got some other crazy video of something at the end of this. I think you'll enjoy it because here it is right here. We had this one area. Uh, we lost a camera back there. The only thing I could find was the antenna that was torn off of it. And here, this is the videos off of the camera that, and the videos were sent to us. I never found the camera. It just disappeared. But the strap of the camera was ripped, and the antenna was ripped off and laying on the ground. And these are the videos that it sent us. It looks like fur, and we do hear knocks out there like a Sasquatch is hitting the log against a tree or something. And I've never seen one out there, but I I have a suspicion that there is a Sasquatch. They move through this area. There's lakes out there, rivers, so it's a good migration path for them. A lot of food out there, a lot of wildlife. These things take down deer, they take down antelope, they take down elk. They'll certainly eat any type of a raccoon they can come across. So there's lots of grain fields out there. So a lot of things for them to eat out there. So I'm sure they migrate through there, but I've never really seen one. I've only heard things that may appear that they may be there. So these are the videos. Looks like this is fur, and unfortunately, it didn't get a picture of a hand or a face or anything, which is kind of disappointing. I would have liked to have seen that. So that's pretty much all I have on this one, and I've got other videos I'm going to put up, and they will be more centered on another area of the ranch that I go to and work on, and so we'll take that for next time. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.